just the mindset as a brand new person. When you show up to work, you're not showing up just for your time. Okay? Wrong way to do it now. When we're trying, so this right here, I think is the combination to the safe to make a bunch of money. Like if you learn this phone script and you are okay with getting told no, you will make a bunch of money. I'm telling you, because this is where the rubber meets the road. Okay, so wrong ways of doing it. Is this, Lisa? That's wrong.
Yep.
Can I speak to Daisy? That's wrong. Okay, those are wrong, and that's what telemarketers do. A telemarketer says, "Is this Marcus?" Or another bad one, "Is this Mr. Richardson?"
Yeah.
Is my kid school? Like, is my son in trouble? like, what's really going on, right? So that's the wrong way to do it. And what happens though is people, if I gave you the combination to the safe, and if I said 3 to the right, 2 to the left, and 1 to the right, a lot of times people will go 4 to the right, 2 to the left, and 1 to the right. And they're like, Marcus, I'm doing the same thing you're doing. I'm like, no, you're not. You're saying, is this Lisa? I don't say, is this Lisa? So let me give you some correct ways of doing it. You ready?
Yep.
All right, so your intro needs to go like this. Two ways I like doing it. Hey, Lisa. Or, Lisa. Because when someone calls you, when your friend calls you, they say, Marcus, and then they start talking to you, right? They don't say, is this Marcus? So, critical. Hey, Lisa. Or, Lisa. All right, another big thing that's important on the intro is this. When you call them now, I did telemarketing sales for a long time before I got into insurance. And in telemarketing sales, they tell you to be happy and excited. If you've ever done phone sales. Anybody else done phone sales besides insurance, besides? Okay. The normal thing is be enthusiastic, right? You want to be smile and dial is what they tell us. When you're calling the leads, do not smile. Do not smile. Do not smile. You almost want to be like the half pissed off janitor, and you guys go in the bathroom and clean someone's poop that just had a nasty number 2 that blew up the bathroom. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I know she's like, Marcus, that's very graphic. I'm trying to use my words to paint a picture on purpose, because I think this is how important the intro is. If you call them and you're like, hey, Lisa? Right? The janitor that has to clean up someone's poop, you're like, oh, God. Lisa. That's the attitude that we want to have when we're making that phone call. So it's almost like you're pissed off that you have to do it, and not even paying you minimum wage to do it. They're paying you less than minimum wage. So you would not be fired up to call Lisa if you're getting less than minimum wage, would you? Yeah, so when you call them, it's low and slow. That's really what I'm trying to communicate. I want the monotone, not as much energy, not as much excitement. It's so crazy because when you're recruiting, it's the total opposite, which Mike and Nick are gonna kill. But when you're calling a lead, you wanna be bored, you wanna be tired, you wanna be half pissed off, and you wanna be like, I'm just doing this. Almost the attitude where like, you said this to me, buddy. Like, don't get mad that I'm calling you. You're bugging me. Like, you said this to me. Don't get mad that I'm calling you. I had one lady last Saturday. She said, it's so early. I can't believe you're calling me this early. And you called me 3 times. I said, can you believe I got me working on Saturday this early? It's crazy.
Right.
And we get right back into it.
Right.
But that's the attitude that I have. They have me working. I got to do this. I got to take care of you. What time are you going to be home tomorrow? Everybody with me? Yep. So let's go over it again. The 2 that I think are okay when it comes to opening the phone script is either just their name, Lisa, or, hey, Lisa. Me personally, I like to say, hey, Lisa, okay? And that's what gets them to like, okay, who is this? You know, he sounds familiar, do I know you? And the ones that you know you're doing a good job is when they start talking to like they know you. Anybody else been calling me? Yeah. Well, hey, Jim, I was wondering what. I'm sorry, I'm not Jim, but acknowledge what they said. So the A stands for acknowledge. The I, ignore what they said. And then the M is move on. Now remember, we're only moving on to when are they going to be home. That's the only thing we want to know, right? So listen to how we do this when we get the objection. And Gina's going to come up and help solidify the question game because I'm taking way too much time. But these are also critical things to help when it comes to booking appointments. So Mike is going to be my client. I need Daisy, you're my ring guy.
Real quick,
Yes.
then don't rush. This is like you go a little bit over. Don't feel rushed.
Okay.
This is the money making skill right here. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to you.
All right. Just ring. Just do the ring.
Hello?
Hey, Mike.
Yes, who's this?
Hey Mike, this is Marcus. Mike, I was getting back to you about that postcard you had sent in, requesting some information on the final expense life insurance, the one for Colorado residents. Now Mike, my job is real simple. I'm just a person responsible for making sure we get the information you requested out to you. Mike, they got me in your area tomorrow doing some deliveries. Are you still over there at 1234 Main Street?
I am, but what did I fill out? I don't think I filled anything out.
Let me make sure I got the right Mike. I got Mike Guerra. You have put on here age 72. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now what this was, Mike, was just a little postcard requesting some information on the final expense insurance for Colorado residents. I just bring that back so you can see what you filled out and answer any questions that you may have had. Mike, you still working or you retired?
I'm still working. My wife likes to shop, but I don't think I filled that out.
I understand that completely. I actually get that a lot. So what I do, Mike, is I actually bring that by so you can see the postcard so we can get to the bottom of what really is happening here and then answer any questions that you may have had. What time are you usually home from work tomorrow, Mike?
I'm usually home. But what is it? What is this about? What did I fill out? Even if I did fill something out.
Yeah. So like I said, it was a little postcard, state regulated insurance, and then Mike, are you in Aurora or are you in Denver?
I'm in Aurora.
Okay. And is there any reason, Mike, you and the missus wouldn't be home tomorrow about 6 o'clock? I can bring the postcard back so you can see what you filled out.
Yes, but you're not going to try and sell us something, are you?
I'm just going to answer your questions when you sent in this postcard. So if I put that on the calendar tomorrow at 6, you and the missus will both be home, correct?
She's out of town. I'll be home, but she's out of town.
Ah, shoot. When does she get back? Because I want to make sure I answer both your questions. God bless you. When does she normally get back?
She'll be back in town on Monday.
Okay. And today is Saturday. So any reason you guys wouldn't be home Monday at 6, I can get the information from you and her and bring back the postcard?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna put it down for Monday at 6, and do me a favor, Mike, write that down. My name is Marcus, so this way you don't forget about me and let the missus know so she's not upset at both of us.
She's already upset at me, so.
But we could be in the doghouse together. All right, Mike, I'll see you on Monday around 6.
Perfect. All right, let's do it on.
Boom. That was your job, is not to answer the question. I could have told him easily what it was about, but I said, let me make sure I got the right Mike. I got Mike Guerra. You have put on here age 72. So you guys see that lead we passed around? That's like your cheat sheet.
Yep.
On the question game. They don't know that you're playing the question game. So that's your cheat sheet. You just go to information that's on the form to get them to say yes. It's called a pattern interrupt. Like if you interrupt their pattern, they change their train of thinking into what you're thinking. But you got to do it with questions. Does this make sense? All right. So, Daisy.
Ring.
Hello?
Mike?
Yes.
Hey Mike, this is Marcus. Mike, I was getting back to you about the postcard you had sent in requesting some information on the final expense insurance, the one for Colorado residents. Now Mike, my job is real simple. I'm just a person responsible.
Damn it, this is like the 4th time y'all called me.
No, we want the call. You want the calls to stop, right Mike?
Yes, and I told them to take me off the list.
I know, I'm the person that put it on his desk because we haven't actually got the information to you. And once we do that, these calls stop. Are you still over at 1234 Main Street?
Yes, but this guy came out last week and I did not like him, and I told him I didn't need any more life insurance. If this is about life insurance, take me off the list.
Like I said, I'm just the guy that helps close out the file. We've got a lot of new people who don't know what they were doing. So my job is just to review everything. So Mike, you said you're over at 1234 Main Street, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now Mike, any reason you wouldn't be home tomorrow about 3 o'clock? I can get the information out to you.
I'm gonna be home, but I'm not letting you in.
As long as you're there, I'm there. We can talk about it together. So that 3 o'clock will work for you?
Yes, but Marcus, I told you I already had 3 people come out about this.
I know, but if I don't come out, they fire me, Mike. I don't want to lose my job. So that 3 o'clock tomorrow works good?
Yeah.
All right.